What's up everybody, Mods here, and welcome to the second episode of Let's Build a Gunpla Tower, where we are going to construct a Gunpla Tower. In our previous episode, I've shown you the main building components that we are going to use for the 2 meter long project. And I've also asked you guys what color you would like to see on this tower, as this project is something I'd like you guys to be involved in. In this episode, we are painting the parts as far as possible. Let's not linger any further and get to work. So after the last episode, I had numerous people who submitted some suggestions on what to do with the build. So thank you to everybody who's getting involved, because the cool thing is, your idea might just be the one I will use and you will witness it come to life. In the first episode, I showed you a couple of pictures at the end of what I thought was a good example of what the hangar should resemble. Yet I completely forgot to mention the awesome creator Jason Combe, who goes under the name of Gundam Kit Basher on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. Jason is a great builder and has a lot of experience with these bases. He actually saw my video and offered to help me, so I wanted to give him a special shout out, providing me with a lot of tips and tricks. But enough chit chat, let's get back to painting the tower. So the majority of men and women suggested going with the dark and light grey tones, similar to what Jason has done. But then my friend Unix Sector suggested giving parts of the hangar a light tint and parts a darker tint. This way darker colored Gundams will be seen better on a lighter background and vice versa. Our first step in this painting procedure will be priming. What I do is grab pictures of the current structure so I can recognize what goes where, and prime the whole base with this grey surface primer from Vallejo. I'm going to thin it slightly so I can get more out of it.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Okay guys, so as you've seen, the whole thing collapsed. I tried to get it out of the glass cabinet. I just took it apart. Well, it took itself apart. I don't know how I got it in, because the first time I got it in, it was just, it was pretty easy. But getting it out was just such a struggle. In the last episode, I've shown you this glass cabinet consists of multiple glass panels that you can see here, and whether I should connect everything together or just build floors and then put the glass cabinet as close as possible on top of the floors. A lot of people suggested that I should build multiple floors because it's easier to transport, also might be easier to build. Well, I'm definitely going to do that because as you can see, it just fell apart, and if I'm going to connect everything together, I'm just going to use those glass paints. And first I wanted to do, like, this is one floor, so 4 of these floors, and then 4 walls, well 8 actually, but like, I mean, it's going to be 2 up to get a more spacious room. Like in a hangar for airplanes, you got a really high roof. Depending on how it goes, I have to measure it. I'm gonna do 1 floor glass pane, and then just the 2nd floor on top of the glass pane. So I've got these little holders, I guess, where the glass pane is sitting on, and you can unscrew them and just move them down or up. You can adjust where they are, and that's where the glass pane is sitting on. I hope that way it's going to be much more stable and also easier to get it out and get it disassembled. Chip, what do you think of that? So what I'm gonna do is, I said I was gonna make pictures and then so I can remember what goes where, but right now it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna take all this out, all the little bits and stuff. I'm gonna take the floors, the walls and the floors. Just gonna prime that and paint it, and then I'm gonna look into what I'm gonna place in here.
Ready for verse 2, electric boogaloo.
You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention. Oh, you don't let the ruthlessness prevail. Oh, it's time to light your fires for ascension. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. They let you down, but you get up. They let you drown, but you don't stop. You show 'em you're a phoenix. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Alright guys, welcome back in the workstation. A lot of mess on my work desk as usual, but hey guys, work is being moved right here. As you've seen, I've painted a lot of bases, but I made a little time jump here because we're actually a couple of weeks further. And that has to do because I didn't quite know what to do with the video. I had a lot of other personal stuff to handle. With my study included, I still have to kind of decide what to do with this whole build. But in the meantime, I've painted a lot of bases and get like the general thing done. I've used this surface primer as a primer, but also as just the base color for the bases. The base color for the bases, right. And then I've used a mixture of the black and white G paint. I don't have any more. I'm glad I don't have it anymore. There are some left that I'm gonna use for like 2 or 3 more walls. So let's head over to the cabinet. So as you can see right there, so I've decided to remove this section right here and then just have a floor and a wall. I do have to paint 2 more walls over here and then 2 more floors over here. I have them in my closet, just need to be painted. And I removed the sides because now you can look at it from 3 sides instead of just 2 sides. So it's more open like this, and I like it because you can see all the mobile suits much better than when you have the sides closed as well. The mobile suits that are currently sitting in here, that's not what's going to be like. What's going to be in it is not planned at all. I just randomly placed it because I had to shift suits from here to here and back, so it's all a mess right now. I did some decals that came with the kit, decals, and I did some panel lighting. Yeah, I have a couple of ideas running through my head, and also with the suggestions that people gave me. One of the ideas is that I really like to do diorama like this one right here, just small dioramas. I kind of like post-apocalyptic series movies vibes, so it would be nice. I mean, I love the nature as well, to kind of put a kind of post-apocalyptic diorama inside here. So, you know, like a lot of time has passed and we're gonna have a bunch of grass, trees, maybe water that have grown into these bases, and maybe do something like Gundams are building the base up again. So you see a lot of not only Gundams, mobile suits. So you're gonna have a lot of mobile suits working on the hangar to get it up and running again. Because I can tell you now, we're gonna insert some LEDs, photo etch. It's all coming in here, and maybe have some people, some workers working on the hangar as well. So that would be nice, with like plants coming from the ceiling, have some water puddles and rocks and all stuff like that. So that's one idea. I didn't want this video to be too long, so I think I'm just gonna cut episode 2 here and show you what I've been working on. Basic painting, really. You know, here's the somewhat like, I guess, both the black and the white, and then you got the white color here, grayish white, whatever, and then you got the darker here, and not sure what I'm gonna do with this floor. Also not sure what I'm gonna do with this floor. But if you got any ideas or you want to vote for one, leave it in the comments, please. Maybe I pick an idea that you've chosen. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and keep building. Ciao.
Like a phoenix, you burn